This week on American Airgunner, we're heading south to hang out with the Northside Grizzly High School shooting team. We'll meet some of the students and learn the history of how they've evolved into one of the best high school teams in the country. I'll share some optics tips, and of course, we'll be at the round table, and this week's topic, velocity. All this and more coming up right now. How we doing, team? Good. Sarge, how are you?
Good, Rusty. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So this is it, huh? These are the cadets?
These are the cadets, JROTC, Northside High School. This is the rifle team. You've got two teams represented here today. You've got Precision Air and you've got Sporter.
Who's Sporter? Who's Precision? All right, so who's the best? Oh, that guy. Apparently, the guy in the middle.
Yeah, that'd be
no
the guy.
question about it. There's not even a competition over here. This is the guy. So, are you guys ready to shoot? Yeah. All right, let's get this started and see what this team's all about.
All right, let's do it. First Sergeant Fry, I'm the Army instructor. We have two instructors in JROTC, and I teach and coach the rifle team here at Northside. When I got to JROTC, I said, okay, so what are we doing? One of the things we were doing, other than the drill team, was the rifle team. And the gentleman that I replaced, Sarge Martin, had built this thing from the ground.
Spent 20 years at Northside and restarted the team in school year 92. Then in about 2000, it kicked off. We started getting some good rifle matches. We were the state champions for 12 straight years.
So what's your name?
Darian.
Darian?
Yeah.
And what year are you?
I'm a senior. This is my second year on the team.
All right, what do you shoot?
I shoot the Walter. You know, there's a couple of like on shoots and stuff, but
Okay.
I shoot a Walter.
So you shoot precision. That explains obviously the gear.
Yes.
You didn't wear this here.
No.
This is strictly for shooting.
Yeah.
And what is your name?
Dylan.
Dylan? And
I'm a senior.
you're a senior. So you've been on the team for 2 years?
2 years, yep.
Okay. And you shoot precision?
Precision, yep.
Did you shoot Sporter first?
Yeah.
Which one do you like better?
I prefer the precision.
Yeah.
The guns, the gear, it's awesome.
Right? Well, you look good in your gear.
Thank you.
So what is your name?
Giovanna.
Giovanna, and what year are you?
I joined this year.
Oh, so this is your
my
first year.
year.
Okay, how's it going?
It's going pretty good, actually. Yeah.
And what do you shoot? Do you shoot Sporter or precision?
Sporter.
Shoot Sporter, because you have to start at Sporter.
Yes.
Okay.
Primary job is to make sure that they understand the fundamentals of marksmanship and that they have a good time doing it.
Now, what's your name?
My name is Jacob Fiona.
And what year are you?
I'm a junior. This is my first year on the team.
First year on the team. So, and you're already shooting precision.
Yes, I am.
So for some of the younger kids out there, 13, 14, maybe about to go into high school, what would you say is a good reason for them to A, join ROTC, and then B, be a part of an air rifle team like this?
Well, JROTC teaches you a lot of very valuable skills. You learn things like first aid, you learn about the body, the brain. You learn how to shoot, which you can learn for hunting, just for fun, for sport. Both can get you scholarships into college.
It's one of those rare sports that you can participate in irrespective of size, let's say. Not everybody's built to play football at high school. I mean, let's be honest, if you're 5'2" and you weigh 80 pounds dripping wet, you're probably not going to make the football team. Right. However, you can shoot. Anybody can shoot.
My name is Alexis Philibong. I am a junior.
I am Joseph Smith. I'm a senior at Northside High School. I am team captain of the Northside JROTC rifle team.
When I saw TCU on American Airgunner, I thought I want to do that. I want to do that when I get out of high school. I want to make that more than just a hobby, maybe even go into the Olympics. So I started searching up for colleges that offered it.
Now, why are you doing it? Do you do it for fun? Is it something you want to do like in the future? What is it about the rifle team that makes you want to be a part of it?
I actually joined it first for fun because, I like guns, shooting,
Sure.
Especially like during class. High school, you get to shoot.
Yeah.
It's a class that you do first period, so, right in the morning you start shooting.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
Nothing better. Okay, so what's your name, brother?
My name is Kevin.
Kevin? And what year are you?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior, so is this your first year on the shooting team?
It is.
All right, so there's two different classes here. There's precision and there's Sporter, right?
Yes.
And you shoot?
I shoot Sporter.
You shoot Sporter?
We don't wear all the equipment the precision wear.
Okay.
We're kind of more lightweight.
Yeah.
We are still learning the fundamentals, and then once we get into precision, we have all the gear that help us enhance our shooting abilities.
Don't go anywhere, because there's plenty more of the Grizzlies coming up after this. American Airgunner is sponsored by Umarex, Zeroed In, Pyramid Air, America's largest retailer of air guns, and by Hot Sign, serious, solid impact.
The pistols you've watched in action for generations and the ones you've always wanted to own are now within your reach. Introducing Umarex Action Pistols. These high-quality replica pistols, powered by CO2, look, shoot, and feel just like a powder burner. Plus, ammo is economical and always available. Umarex Action Pistols. From the past, present, and shooting into the future.
The Umarex Octane features tremendous velocity with a quiet downrange noise thanks to the integrated silence air noise dampening system. Powered by the Reaxis gas piston that provides more punch, more power, and more speed. These two technologies combined deliver a smooth, accurate shot with maximum power. The Umarex Octane.
PyramidAir.com. Let's see.
That was fast.
Bingo.
Honey, did you do those chores yet?
Chores! Roger, put that drink down. We gotta mow. Chop, chop.
Oh yeah, he's out there showing the grass who's boss.
Pyramid Air. Big selection, fast shipping, the airgun experts.
You know, most of the schools that have a shooting program either has a rifle team independent of the Corps of Cadets or those that shoot. You know, a lot of JROTCs shoot right there in the classroom. You can do that with an air rifle. You can do that with a rimfire, centerfire rifle. So it allows these guys to get hands on a rifle. It allows them to understand the safety concerns that you have when you're dealing with any kind of firearm, and it's way more economical.
Normally in a high school match, we shoot what's called a 3x10. It's 3 position, 10 competitive shots for each position. We start off with prone, where we will shoot 10 minutes to shoot 10 competition targets. Each target is worth 10 points. We move on to standing, and then you have 15 minutes to shoot 10 competition targets. We move on to kneeling, and then we have 10 minutes to shoot competition targets.
Very upfront. You got a 10, you got a 9, you got an 8. If you pop the middle out, that's 10. As you get farther away from that center mass, you're going to score progressively fewer points. The decimal system, it takes it a step farther. When you start getting very competitive, on occasion, you're going to have everybody shooting 10s because some of these guys are that good.
3 positions at 10 meters. Can't be that hard, right? I mean, it doesn't look that far. 10 meters is not that far, but when you're shooting at a target this small, you gotta be precise. This black target is ideally what you wanna hit, but that's not the bullseye. This little pinhole right here that I can't even get this on, that's the bullseye. If you hit the bullseye, that's the 10. Then the outside ring is 9, 8, 7, 6, all the way down to 1. Outside of this target is 0. So you already got to be precise just to hit the middle black part. Now, here's the thing. No magnification, no scopes, just your eye through a little pinhole, and you try to hit a 10. As tough as it looks, the Olympic shooters and the TCU girls, they're hitting 10s every single time.
Precision, the scores are so close, it gets down to decimal points. There's really no way to describe how intense it can be.
Some of the technological advances that have happened even since Sarge's time, the scoring system that we have here now, the Orion scoring system, huge benefit to us. It allows us to score faster, which means we can shoot more.
In the old days of the grading, we would get down there with a magnifying glass, and now they have the technology for grading that is terrific. Saves a lot of time, a lot of gray hair.
So you seem to be the brains of the outfit here, huh? You get the computers and you're set up over here and got scoring. What exactly is happening over here in the corner?
This is how we score our targets when we shoot at matches.
Yeah, let's see it. So you scan it in.
Yes, we scan it in. And then it's going to show up on the computer right here.
Yeah.
And that's it. It tells you the score right here.
Yeah.
And that's probably it.
Okay, and what's the score?
91.
And what's out of 100?
Yes.
Okay, so 91's pretty good.
Yes.
Do you also shoot?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
So you just also are the smartest of the bunch, so you kind of run the scoring for them too?
I guess.
You're on the air rifle team here. What got you into it?
Jealousy. I saw these guys shooting, and I just wanted to shoot too. You know, I wanted to be the best.
What would you say to like some younger kids out there that might not know anything about this, or they may have it in their school and they're just not a part of it? Why be a part of an air rifle team?
It builds leadership, man. That's key to success, leadership. And for air rifle, because it's fun, you get to travel, you get to shoot a gun.
Well, one of the primary things that we focus on here is, of course, college. If they are interested in going to college, this is one way they can get there. There are a variety of scholarships that deal directly with shooting. There are quite a few schools out there that do shoot. It's a competitive sport, and it can get you a full ticket, a full 4-year ride to college, so there's that.
I'm planning to go to college and join our rifle team there and hopefully do really well there too. The most important thing that shooting has taught me is it's all in your head. It's a mental sport. You gotta think positive, you gotta stay positive.
My goal with rifle team is travel as many places as possible, for one, and two, just make myself better every day and go to nationals.
Shooting is it's just my passion. I just love it. I want to be a part of it and I want to continue it. It does amazing things for people. It makes me happy. It's like if you come in the morning, you're stressed out, you come in here, it's like all of it goes away. There's nothing you're worried about anymore. All you're thinking about is shooting and hitting the 10.
JROTC teaches a lot of things that you don't get. We like to say it's a mile wide and an inch deep. We teach a little personal finance, we teach a little physical fitness, we teach a little health science, we teach civics, we teach American history, and really what we're doing is we're trying to teach responsibility and those skills that you're going to use no matter what you do when you get out. And that's the whole point, is come up with a plan, figure out how to attain that plan, and go do it.
There you go. This is my hometown. This is the Northside Grizzly JROTC Airgun Rifle Team. My new friends, and they're amazing. I appreciate it. We're gonna take a quick break. We got a lot more coming up right here on American Airgunner. We'll be back. All right, it's time for our American Airgunner trivia, brought to you this year by our friends at Blue Book Publications.
Life can be loud, but sometimes silence is golden. Introducing the Umarex Fusion Air Rifle with a combination of CO2 power, the Silence Air 5 chamber noise dampener, and a precision rifled barrel. The Fusion is a bona fide tack driver that's the quietest air rifle you'll ever own. Experience silence with the Umarex Fusion at umarexusa.com/Fusion TV.
All right, it's time to talk optics, and more specifically, we're talking mounts, because let's be honest, the mounts are the key. So a few things you need to know before you go out and buy mounts. A, what type of gun am I shooting? Then you need to know what type of rail system or mounting system do you have that the mounts will attach to on the rifle. And then you need to know what type of scope and how big the scope is. First of all, let's talk type of rifles. If you have a high-powered Springer with a lot of recoil, we recommend you use something like this, which is a one-piece mounting system. It's got a lot of surface area here. It mounts the gun. You clamp it down with your Allen wrenches, and there is a little chance of it moving because it is on there. Now, you can also go with the two-piece system, which is something like this, but you want to make sure it has a recoil pin, and typically there's a little hole on the top of your rail system that it will go into to keep it from moving during the recoil. Now, some guns come with a mounting system, as for instance, this Hudson here has a Weaver rail system. You look back behind me here, this RWS Diana comes with the 11mm, and then here we have this Avanix Sniper that has the full Picatinny rail system. You need to know what type of rail system you have so you know what type of mount to get, but you sometimes can change that rail system if you prefer a different type of mount. For instance, let's say you really like the Picatinny rail system, but you have the RWS Diana and it's got this 11mm. You can go out and buy this UTG scope elevation base, and this is something you can just mount right on top of this 11mm. It gives you kind of the Picatinny rail system across the top, and it tightens down really tight, so then you can go out and find the mounts for the scope you need based on this system. Now you need to know how big is your scope. Scopes come in two sizes on the tube. There's the 30mm, which is the thicker here, and then the 1 inch. Now, as you can see here, I've got the difference. You need to know exactly what type and how big it is. This is the 30mm, this is the 1 inch, and obviously they're different sizes. So if you get the wrong size, it's just not going to fit. So make sure you know what you're dealing with. You need to know how big the bell is. The bell is what's on the front of the scope, and typically the biggest part of the scope. It comes in 50mm, 40mm, 32mm, and different sizes in between. But for the most part, if you have the 50mm, you're going to need a higher profile mount like this. Or again, if you have the elevation base, you could use something like that. And if you have a smaller, like a 32, maybe something like this, you can use a lower profile. The key here is to have enough clearance for your scope over the barrel of your gun, but you also want to make sure that you have the scope as low to the barrel as possible for the best accuracy. And then if you have like a PCP or something with a really low recoil, you can go with these quick release mounts. Now, these are great for PCPs because if you have that great scope that you want to use and move it from gun to gun, you just unscrew these with your hand, take that scope off, mount it to your other rifle, and you're ready to go. You do not want to use these quick releases though on a nice Springer like this, because the recoil will just kick that thing out of place and you're going to be out of luck. So make sure you get the right equipment. Welcome to the round table this week. Today I'm here with Rick Usler, Steve Kreiner, and of course the Godfather Tom Gaylord. Guys, how are we doing today?
Doing great.
Good. All right, so here's my question. Does velocity affect accuracy?
Well, everybody thinks it does.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Why do people originally think that?
The pellets aren't designed to fly supersonic. So when they pass the sound barrier, there's a shock wave of air that comes around the pellet and flutters the base of the pellet. And people say that causes the pellet to wander off track.
At what feet per second are we getting supersonic?
On the average, it's around 1100. It can be as low as 1050 I've seen in some places. It can go way above 1100, but it won't go above 1150. So,
Yeah, it's in
you know, as long as you're on Earth, it'll probably be in that range.
Is the idea to keep it below, for a hunter, is it to keep it below supersonic?
I like subsonic due to noise, but also, you know, typically 22 calibers, 25 calibers, in my experience, and I've not shot near as many air rifles as these guys, but I have hunted a lot with them, and I noticed that in a 22 or 25 caliber, even 177, you know, I get more accuracy when my pellet is flying a little slower than faster.
And that's what you hear. And everybody has the same experience.
There's one key word there, accuracy.
All right, guys, after the break, we'll be sitting down at the round table. Don't go anywhere.
A legend in innovation and tradition. These classical and modern masterpieces have sent pellets downrange for over 3 decades. German engineered to last a lifetime. Quality, power, precision. RWS, the world's finest air rifles.
right now, the common knowledge or thought is that if it goes over supersonic, you lose accuracy.
Yes, and I'm of a different thought somewhat. I think it all depends on the gun. It's going to depend on the gun and the ammo that you're using, because I did a test very early on, and I was shooting one of those, 1,000/1200 foot per second rifles, and at 25 yards, the most accurate pellet happened to be one that was supersonic for one bizarro reason.
Okay.
So I think that there's going to be variances in that. I don't know that there is a hard and fast guaranteed rule.
Okay, so Tom, I know you did a big test. Tell us what test you did and what your results were.
Well, I have a rifle, this JW75 Wiscombe, that enables me to change the velocity. So with any pellet, it's a spring rifle.
Right.
But I'm going to show you something here.
Okay.
Right down here, there's a screw.
Uh-huh.
And it screws into the air transfer port. The air transfer port is where the piston shoves the air through.
Sure.
And what I have is a set of air transfer port limiters. I tested 4 different pellets, a lightweight, a medium weight, a heavyweight, and a super heavyweight. And I tested those 4 at 4 different velocities. And I shot 10 shot groups. And I was with the common belief that supersonic pellets are inaccurate. But this rifle has one other thing, HOTS. It's a weight up at the end of the barrel that allows me to tune the harmonics of the barrel. See that silver thing right there?
You're speaking crazy talk right now, Tom.
All you do
becomes the what?
All you do is you move that weight in or out, and you're moving where the end of the barrel is either going up and down, or it's at a transition point and it's not moving up or down.
Okay.
And the optimum would be it's not moving at all.
Right.
So what I did for each of the 4 pellets, at each of the 4 velocities, I adjusted the HOTS to be optimum.
So that the barrel stayed straight. It didn't move up or down.
That's right. And here's what I found. I didn't bring all 4 pellets. I only brought one. It was a Beeman Devastator, and it weighs just a hair over 7 grains. It's a very light pellet. I shot it at 732 feet per second, and there's the group. 25 yards, that's terrible.
Extremely happy with this.
Then I removed the transfer port and I put a more less restrictive one in, and I shot the gun at 915 feet per second.
915. Now we're getting into carnival areas. You almost get rid of the whole star, possibly win a stuffed animal.
But we're still not very far. We're still in his velocity range. We're below the speed of sound. But this next one is that same pellet at 1,123 feet per second.
1123.
And what did I do there?
0.616.
The best accuracy this gun gets at 25 yards with that pellet came at 1,123 feet per second.
I'll be darned.
I know, I would be too. Who believe it? And then I took it up to 1,218 feet per second?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It started opening
Well,
back
and
up.
I mean,
And it's
you're
spread out again.
0.743, but I mean, it looks like you're only a couple of shots outside of perfect.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
And it's even faster. And by the way, I haven't told you about the other 3 pellets, but they all exhibited similar stuff. They didn't all get more accurate as they got faster.
Right.
One of them got the most accurate at the slowest speed.
Okay.
But 2 of them got more accurate the faster they went.
Would you say that that is an overall thing you can sort of take to the bank, or is that more a testament to this rifle and its capabilities?
That's the question that our viewers really need to be asking and have answered. You're buying a break barrel gun, you're buying an Octane, right? There isn't any harmonic optimized tuning system.
Exactly.
Nope, never
Whatever
heard that word
it
in my life.
does, that's what it does.
Right.
Sure.
So what you have to do is pick the pellet that leaves the barrel with the barrel in the least obtrusive vibration pattern, and that's going to give you your best accuracy.
And how do you test that? How do you test that?
You test it by shooting groups with different pellets.
So again, it brings us back to the fact that it's not necessarily whether the pellet gets up to supersonic or not. It just depends how much vibration you have at the end of your barrel when it leaves the barrel.
Yes, and really, don't even think about that. just look at that target, and when that target tightens up, you've got the right pellet in the right rifle.
And then there you go.
At the right velocity.
So it all comes back down to pellets. And that is for another segment of the Round Table. That's all the time we got this week. Go to our website if you want more information on velocity and or, who knows, just air guns in general.
Next week on American Airgunner, we'll be hanging out in Arizona as our friend Rick Usler shows us some Southwestern hospitality. We'll check back in with our friend Scott York as he talks about his state-of-the-art field targets, and we'll be sitting down at the round table talking about optics. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.